Hi everyone, this is Miss Sahra, and we are reviewing for our end of term exam, term two, and today we will be looking at lesson three, electricity. In this lesson, you will get three questions from it. From page 48, you are going to get two multiple choice questions, and from page 50, you will get one written response question, so free response. Okay, so on page 48, these points that I've made, these questions are just the main points that you need to understand. So you can pause this video and try and find the information yourself and write it down. Okay, so what is electric current? Electric current is the flow of electric charge. So these little blue things, as they are moving, it is the flow of electric charge through a wire. So as these charges move through the wire, we call this electric current. The path that it's moving on, so from here all the way around to the other side, is what we call a circuit. So the circuit is the path, like a road. So the circuit is basically like a road or a path that the electricity travels on. If it is open, you will see that it breaks the circuit. So when it is open, it will cause the electric current to stop. So an open circuit will stop the flow of current. And this is how we can control it. We don't want electricity to just flow forever. Sometimes we want it to stop. And we use a switch to open the circuit so that we can stop it from moving. When it is closed, a closed circuit will allow the electricity to flow. Okay, so these are the main points about electric current, open circuit, and closed circuit. So again, electric current is the flow of electric charge through a circuit. The circuit is the path it's taking. And if it is open, it will stop moving. If it is closed, it will move. Okay, so now let's talk about when it will move and not move, right? So we said in the circuit, there are different parts. So a circuit is made up of this here is we know is a light, right? Our light. In the circuit, a light can be anything. We can put any device over here, which we call a resistor. A resistor is a device that takes out and transforms the energy. So the energy at this point will change into something else. So the thing that gives the energy to the circuit is our voltage source. In this case, our voltage source is our battery. So the battery is a voltage source that gives the initial energy, the chemical energy, into the circuit. So from here, it starts moving through the circuit and it becomes electric current. Okay, this blue line represents a wire. The wire is made of a material called a conductor. A conductor allows electricity to move through. If it if it's anything made of metal, it will allow electricity to move through it. So conductors allow electricity to move through it. all metals are very good conductors. Okay, so over here we saw this word conductor. The conductor is the inside of the wire where the electric current moves. But because we know electric current is moving, if we have to touch this, the electric current will move into our body and we can get shocked. It's not safe. So scientists know that some materials allow electric current to move through it, but there are other materials that do not allow electric current to move through. And these are insulators. Insulators do not let the electric current move through. They stop the flow of electric current. So, for this reason, we put them on the outside of a wire. So, good conductors are metals like steel, gold, copper, and silver. Water also allows electric current to move through it. Okay, but we will not make a circuit out of water. Okay, so you can focus on your metal. The insulator we will put on the outside here. We will cover the wire with it because we don't, the electricity will not go through it. So insulators are things like wood or rubber. Glass, plastic, and oil are also insulators, but they would not be a good choice to put on the outside of a wire. Okay, so now that we know what the circuit is made of, the parts of the circuit, like the battery, the voltage source, our light, and our wire made of a conductor, we are now going to look at the two types of circuits we've learned about in our book. So over here we can see the way a simple circuit looks like in real life. And we can see that it's not very neat. The wires are kind of tangled. The light doesn't look as neat as it does over there. And if we had to draw this as a picture, not everyone is very good at drawing, and may not be able to do a very good drawing of the circuit to show how it looks. So we've come up with symbols. So let's look at our two main kinds of circuits. Over here we have circuit A. Circuit A, we have added two lights next to each other, two resistors. So if you look at them, and it makes kind of like a circle shape, right? If everything is one after the other next to each other, it will make one loop. We call this a series circuit. If it makes one and two loops, then we call this a parallel circuit. So parallel has two L's, it will make two loops, okay? Series just will make one loop. So that's the main point you should look out for. You need to know the name of these circuits, okay? So please memorize the name series circuit and parallel circuit. Okay, next you need to be able to draw a circuit diagram. Like I said, this looks very messy. So we want to make it lovely and neat in our drawing, and so that everyone can be able to draw it. And how we do this is by using symbols. So this here, a long line and a short line, represents a battery, which is our voltage source. So you may see either word. Sometimes we have a key, sometimes there is no key. So you have to memorize this, okay? The long line and short line is our voltage source, which is the battery. Then we have our light. The light is a zigzag line like that, which means resistor. So our light, which is a resistor, is a zigzag line. And our wires are just straight lines. We like to keep our shapes lovely and box shapes. So we want lots of rectangles. We don't want it to look like wires and circles or any other shape, right? Straight lines. So this is our wire. Now let's see how we can take these symbols and use it to draw a circuit diagram. So So a circuit diagram is when I use these symbols over here and I draw this using it. So everywhere I see a battery, I'm now going to put a long line and a short line. Wherever I see a wire, I will put straight lines. And where I see the bulb, I will put a zigzag here. So over here, sorry about that, we can see we have one zigzag shape, another zigzag shape. Okay, so now I'm going to connect it with the wire. And remember I said we like it to be a box shape. We want it to be nice and straight. And there is my circuit. So if I take the same picture and I move it over here, I have long line, short line. I have my box. I have one zigzag and I have another zigzag. And that's it. There is my circuit diagram of my series circuit. Okay, so another question they may ask you is if they give you the picture and they may label different pieces and ask you, what does this represent? They may name it X, Y, and Z, and you have to give it a name. So you have to know the light is X, the resistor. The Y is your wire. The Z is your battery. You have to know the names of the different parts, okay? Okay, so now that we know how to draw the circuit diagram for the series circuit, let's draw a circuit diagram for the parallel circuit. Just like we did for the previous one, the battery is a long line and a short line. If you think that you can do this, please pause the video and give it a try, and then unpause it and see if your solution is correct. Okay, so now remember our light is our zigzag shape. I have one zigzag here, one zigzag here. And then when I see how it's joined, I have one box over here. And I have another box going down at the bottom, right? So we can see the difference in the shape when it is in our circuit diagram, right? So as we draw our circuit diagram, we can see we have one zigzag. We have another zigzag. They are opposite each other. And because it makes two loops, I will join it with these box shapes. You will see two boxes when you are done. And this is how we know this one is parallel, because it has two of these. You see there's two sections with the zigzag. Okay, so this is how we can draw our circuit. Series, one loop. So you will only see one box. Parallel, two boxes. Okay? Please remember to use straight lines. I don't want to see any of those strange shapes, okay? Don't make it look like that with the zigzag. It's wrong, okay? Straight lines. Okay, so here are some examples of questions they may ask, but like I said, they could ask anything. So please review the material and make sure that you practice drawing the circuit diagrams, like cover the answer, try and draw them on a separate piece of paper and check and see if you are getting it right. Okay, just a quick note, you will see over here that they are not next to each other. They are next to each other, but one is here and one is on the other side. That's fine, okay? It doesn't matter if you put it here, as long as if I had to open this up, they are next to each other. It made only one box. Over here, they must be on two separate boxes, okay? Okay. Please scan the code and give this a practice. You may also join using that code. Thank you and good luck.